Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you guys can probably guess from the title of this video, today we are planning for December. So I'm quite excited for December 2020 this year because the year 2020 has been interesting to say the least. Yeah, so for this month's theme I decided to do candles and also the String of Hearts plant, if you're familiar with it. Well, I guess it could also pass as a vine with little leaves on it. It just, for me, it really reminds me of the String of Hearts plant, so I decided to call it that. But yeah, I wanted to do candles because I've never done candles before, and I saw some little doodles on Instagram at some point, and I thought they were really, really cute looking. So I thought as a Bujo theme, it would be really, really adorable. Now they may look a bit complicated to do, but they're actually not. You just have to do simple cylinders, and then you can do like some little globs dripping from the sides in order to do the melted wax. And it turned out to be actually pretty simple. I thought it would be a lot more time consuming than that, but it wasn't. I also wanted to add small little details like the smoke that I have right there, right under the title of December for the cover page, and I think that it adds a nice little touch. And then for the quote page, I took the candles and put them in a little cluster in each corner, and I made the String of Hearts kind of wrap around each one. Honestly, for this month, I was kind of going for like soft cottagecore vibes and whatnot. You can see the color palette that I have on the side, and I thought it was going to be good, but then at the end, I didn't actually really end up liking it because it's very summery, but then again, I really didn't have any blues with me whenever I recorded this, so I definitely will be changing that later on as I continue the month, but I tried. And then for the quote on the quote page, I decided to write on the first day of Christmas, since December is the Christmas month or holidays or whatever else you celebrate. I didn't do anything super crazy for the lettering, I just kept it as a simple little cursive font. And then I went in with my favorite kneaded eraser and erased all the leftover graphite so that I could color everything. You guys know that I love my kneaded eraser, and honestly, I don't use it as much as I say that I do, and I really should start using it more, like in my sketchbook. But I do use it a lot in my Bujo because 1, I hate eraser shavings, and 2, I think that it works really well. The paper in my Bujo is a lot softer and not very textured when the one in my sketchbook is very textured, so I think that also makes a difference when you are using a kneaded eraser. I simply just colored the little leaves with a light green. Again, I'm using my Crayola Super Tips. And then I went in and just colored the shadowed side of the candles. And I honestly really like how the shadowed thing turned out. I actually did the same style of coloring for the month of July, which you guys will see when I do my end of year Bujo flip through, which is coming very soon. So yeah, you guys will see July when I upload that, and I basically did the same like color, only the shaded side, and I honestly love the style that it did, so I decided to do that again. I thought the quote didn't really stick out too much, so I decided to underline it with the colors from the color scheme to make it stick out a bit more. And yeah, onto the calendar page and the habit tracker page. So I did this rounded box thing for my calendar, and everything was going well until I started doing the horizontal lines. And I realized that I messed up. I don't know how I did that, but I did. So I just took some leftover little dotted paper from doing Dutch door spreads, and I cut it to size and I glued it in to cover up the mistake because my Sakura jelly rolls don't really hide too well, so I did a combination of both. But yeah, you can't see it too much, so I think I did a pretty good job fixing that up. But all these dumb little mistakes keep repeating throughout this whole planning video, and honestly, I was so tired by the end of it. But it happens. It's also important to mention that doing different variations of candle sizes is really important because it adds a little bit of interest to your spreads. So if ever you think that a spread is too uniform and whatever, make sure that you add a contrast of size of things of whatever your theme is. So like different sized birds, different sized pine cones like I did for last month. I also wanted to mention that the Bujo community is a great one, but also there are some people who are like, well, my Bujo always needs to be perfect. I'm not allowed to make mistakes. It needs to be absolutely perfect. I need to love everything that I do and, all those things. And I just wanted to mention that that's not necessarily true. A Bujo is there to experiment. It is there to find your creativity. It is there to try things. It is there to make mistakes, learn from them, learn what you like and what you don't like. So for anyone who is maybe struggling with that for other things that may apply, you don't need to be perfect all the time. I honestly ended up hating this whole spread that I did by the end of it, but at least I learned that I needed to make better color choices or, all those things. So don't get too stressed out about needing to be perfect all the time because, as you can see from this video, I make mistakes all the time and it is totally normal to make mistakes in your Bujo. Don't worry, they can be fixed or altered in any single way and everything's gonna be okay. So just enjoy your Bujo for what it is, and yeah. A Bujo is supposed to be there to help you de-stress and plan ahead, and it's not there to stress you out about being perfect. Anyway, here comes another mistake. I somehow put 29 days only in December, so I guess the new year isn't happening, I guess. At this point, I was just so done with making stupid little mistakes, but it happens. So not knowing how to fix it, I just kind of left it, and I usually forget to record my habits every single day, so I just thought that it wasn't that big of a deal and that I would just leave it like that for this month. Now for the weekly spread, I decided to do something that I haven't done yet with my two other videos, the November Plan With Me and October Plan With Me. If you haven't seen those, go and check them out for sure. I have a playlist on my channel that has all of them so far. But yeah, this weekly spread, I wanted to do something a little different that I haven't done yet on my channel, but that I actually do all the time on my Instagram. So go check out my Instagram if you want to see pictures of my weekly spreads that I don't post here on YouTube. But yeah, there's a spread type called the Dutch door spread, and basically it's where you cut a page and you have like a little tag in between your two papers, if that makes any sense. You guys will see in a little bit. But yeah, I honestly love doing Dutch door spreads. They're just so much fun, and they add a little bit of spice to your spreads. So yeah, I just went in with my scissors. I also rounded the corners so that I wouldn't poke myself because that happens way too often. And I just simply cut around the candles that I drew. And voila! For the days of the week, I kept it pretty simple. I just did some common little boxes, rounded corners. And then this time, I remembered to put little places to put the dates, so yay me. I did these simple little circles of a string of hearts, and I actually really like how it turned out. It's very cute and simple. Yeah, I decided to do the Dutch door spread because I thought that I wouldn't really have any space on the second page for my weekly stuff to put any candles because the 4 boxes were taking up the whole space. So I decided to do a Dutch door spread in order to add a little bit more decoration, and I think it turned out nice. Now for the actual days of the week, I decided to do a very bubbly, happy font. I don't really know what it's called, but I like to do this when I like to keep things light. That's how it turned out. And here is the final flip through. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this month's theme, even though I kind of struggled through it. I will definitely be modifying it later on, but yeah. Just a little reminder, it is okay to make mistakes. It is normal to make mistakes, and they are fixable in any type of way. And you can always do better next month. So yeah. I will see you guys all next week for another video. Goodbye!